tank on the control points on Nepal, and that's something we've seen over in Korea and a little bit of NA as well. So it's awesome to see that they're doing their research in other regions too, and what really is the kind of meta for those maps. So we're jumping over to Ruins as our first one. CIS Hope blue on the CIS Hope on the blue side. We do have the Flames, funnily enough, on the red.
Very appropriate for Flames. Let's see if they can burn their way through CIS Hope here. And one of the reasons why CIS Hope can be so variable is because both of their DPS players are incredibly variable as well. Both Kenzie and Unfixed have so many heroes in their pool. I don't think there's a hit scan in this game that Kenzie can't pick up and say, okay, I'm one of the best people in EU at playing this hero. And Chow also, very formidable Zarya as well as a Diva. And Kenzie can also pick up a Roadhog if need be. Meanwhile, Unfixed, he plays anything. But today he's going to be picking up the Sombra as we charge forward. It's going to be the dive heart composition coming out of CIS Hope. And looks like we're going to be going down the left, maybe playing around that health pack. We need to watch out, because up in the sky, it's going to be Naga, the threat with Dreedro at his back.
Alright, it's pretty deadly, this dive heart. We normally don't see them holding the right click, it's all the left click, it's all the damage, that's what they want. Eng's trying to get a little bit of DPS down, although just wall running for the time being, just trying to spot out any information. They know Naga and Dreedro are this pharmacy comp at the moment, so it's all about just playing around that. They haven't really got anything to deal with it thus far. Kenzie is going to fall first. Marine Lord's going to find the pick off, and already actually Sharak is going to fall to the ground as well. Unfixed is on the point, he's trying to get a bit of extra damage done, but he should just be able to back off rather safely even, and Naga's going to claim yet another life. 60% on that ult already. CIS Hope, they're actually just whipping out the Widowmaker straight away, so knowing and recognizing Naga's going to be a massive threat.
Sharak putting his scuba gear on and diving right in. He's going to be doing just that, swapping over to a Winston. He hasn't found that much success swinging at the tanks in the little pit of the point when it unlocked, so he's going to be moving over, going to be a bit more of a threat, but Naga there, he's also going to be matching Kenzie on the Widowmaker, but look at the charge already accrued by Kenzie, already 50% of the way to his ultimate. Naga's going to have to win out that duel in short order, otherwise Kenzie's going to be coming out with the Infrasight very soon.
Although Naga's instantly switched over to the Widowmaker of his own, just foregoing that charge on the Rocket Barrage. CIS Hope now just playing around the point. Unfix is doing a good job of distracting the Diva for the time being, but Naga's just wiping the floor with Chow. Both D-Mech and killing the baby Diva. The Flames are still controlling the point. About 45% has been acquired. And then we'll just move forward into a more aggressive position, playing around this health pack, so Unfix cannot get anywhere near it.
Sharak is always the first member of CIS Hope to die, or at least if Kenzie's not picked off early. And that's because Copenhagen Flames, they're very good at directing a lot of burst damage onto the main tank. They don't want main to be able to get that healing down. As you can see, he's only about to get his Coalescence very late for a Moira.
Unfix looking for this EMP as well. He's going to work his way to the back line, sniggling like a snake, or at least trying to. Naga does get hacked, can't use that grappling hook, but it doesn't really seem to matter. As self-destruct actually zones the rest of CIS Hope away, and now they're just fighting around the point. At least Shaq is going to fall first. Poppy Fresh is going to find his man for the time being, and in fact Chubbs is going to eradicate Eng. That'll be Naga moving forward, very aggressive positioning once more, and with the damage boost from the Mercy, he's going to be looking to click some heads.
Yeah, Chubbs throwing Eng out of the sight sphere of Naga's like, don't worry boss, I got this one for you. Let me deal with that Lucio. However, CIS Hope, they want to deal with Copenhagen Flames on the point. They've got 8 seconds remaining and 1 ultimate in the bank. Oh, but they do have a kill to begin it. Here comes the resurrection, and Kenzie's not there to take out Dreedro. So now overtime is in session and Poppy Fresh has gone down.
Could be fairly important, 99% to 0% right now. They're still contested. Marine Lord has the Transcendence still available. They're trying to move towards Unfixed, and he does have that EMP. He uses it but gets killed off in the process. CIS Hope still painting that kill feed completely blue. They are able to reclaim the capture there. Unfixed last dying wish. Cap the point, boys. I've EMP'd them all.
Go on without me. Cap the point. Oh. Poppy Fresh isn't going anywhere except right back to spawn, though, courtesy of Kenzie. And now CIS Hope, absolute perfection is demanded if they wish to claim Ruins. Copenhagen Flames held on to that until 99%. So now they can sit pretty, we can have a smile on their face. I think we can take this calmly. We can slowly draw some ultimates out of CIS Hope, build up a bank of our own, and go in with overwhelming force. But the force already been applied, courtesy of Naga. Kenzie's gone down.
There we go again. Unfixed does get the hack on Chow and instantly disengage there. Or just a Heiko, sorry. He instantly disengages. Transcendence coming through from Marine Lord, and that's going to be a counter ult from CIS Hope as well. In fact, 2 of them, as the Coalescence gets thrown into the mix as well. Dreedro ends up falling first. That self-destruct again is going to zone a lot of Flames away, although Heiko Chow, they end up trading 1-for-1 as Poppy Fresh and Chow end up falling, and now Shag just getting bullied in this corner. Had to face the Primal Rage, got a little bit too angry. Is going to be able to fall back to the point. Takes a winner shot on the way out, but they are going to be able to hold for the time.
I'm not overly happy that Copenhagen Flames invested 2 ultimates in that fight. CIS Hope used 4 there, and they could have been sitting pretty with a huge advantage in terms of the ultimates, but now they're only sitting on the 2. The Primal Rage and that Valkyrie. But here it comes. Tridd's not going to wait for any longer. He decides now is his day.
Bit of an odd sideline here from Naga. Can't see too much of the point. In fact, Winston's got her in his sights. Does manage to give her one of those hands. Does take her out. That'll be 2 members already going down for the Flames. They haven't got that revive. She can't get anywhere near them. Primal Rage unlocked for Chuz, but he is in no man's land right now, even on the wrong side of the map. Self-destruct gets launched into space. Doesn't quite find any damage either. Chuz does manage to find at least 1 kill. Still contesting and in fact capping right now. Tridd falls yet again to a headshot by Kenzie. This guy is immovable. Unfix jumps in with the EMP.
And now Kenzie, he's got all the rain he needs. He's laying down shots on the top, but Chubb's his main target at the moment. Can he avoid all of these headshots coming in, not the body shots?
Chow finds 2. Heiko and Chubbs are going to go down. Overtime's ticking through. We're at 99 to 99. Marine Lord activating that Transcendence, making sure everybody's feeling rather tranquil as they need to recap. Counter ultimate coming from CIS Hope as they do manage to find 4 people with the beat. Marine Lord ends up going down to Unfix, and look how far they're pushing up, making sure Naraka can't touch. Now it is all on Shag to take down Poppy Fresh. He's all hacked up. Like a man in your midst. Tridd takes down Unfix. The Primal Rage is going to delay a little bit more time for CIS Hope, but they still need to eradicate these guys from the point. Nowhere to root for Heiko. Had to jump on the soldier to get a bit more time in. Overtime still ticking down. That Coalescence is going to come out. Chubbs is going to fall, and Marine Lord couldn't quite get the touch, and CIS Hope will claim ruins.
Chubbs trying to have some fancy footwork there. You can leap, but you can't hide Jaws. You're going to get hunted down by Shark, and Shark's put on a really good performance here. Early in the round, he was getting eliminated quite early, quite a bit. He was having some troubles being stuck with a couple of pulse bombs, courtesy of Poppy Fresh. Naga raining down quite a few rockets upon him when he was a Reinhardt, and he was helplessly swinging away with that fire strike, just a wishful strike into the yonder, but rarely going to get that Farah. However, when he moved over to Winston, he was really good at containing Naga, making sure that Naga couldn't get that much done. And now, Naga's going to be moving away from the Widowmaker, who's going to be going up into the air once more with Tridd on that Farah. The question is, will Unfixed be enough to deal with him? We saw this earlier in the Bazooka Puppies Young and Beautiful game. Shadow couldn't take out the Farah on his own. Will it be enough as we move in here? Unfixed is going to have to pick up the mantle. Well,
they instantly recognize that Naga has chosen that far again. Already 20%. It's quite scary how fast that builds up, especially with the damage boost coming out of Tridd. Rank 1 Mercy at one point. The guy's definitely something to fear on that supportive hero. Chow and the rest of his buddies are moving through this left-hand side of the map. Tridd's healing everybody up, but this is a playground for Naga right now. He can build up this ult so quickly. Unfix does manage to demech Heiko and take her out also. Naga's now in a little bit of trouble, but the only member that really can deal with this Farah is going to be that D.Va. The issue is, if you take the point like this, it's incredibly hard for Naga to move forward with the threat of Unfix, using that translocator to get the hack off.
It's much more difficult to attack with a pharmacy than it is to defend with one, because you're taking so much poke as you get in. You have to exploit long sidelines where you can be poked down. And now he may well be just giving so much healing here over to Unfix. It doesn't charge his ult anymore, so it doesn't need to be as cautious, but he needs to be careful bringing down this barrage. Bring on the
Coalescence, main, wrong way, looking completely the opposite direction, ends up getting punished for it. Kenzie does find the return kill on Marine Lord, and now Naga taken to the floor to get a couple of rockets into that small hole. Although that well almost dipped him in as he does get hacked in. Unfix doing a good job and making sure he can actually ground the Farah. The problem is he had to deal with the rest of the tanks. He does have the MP available, and that will be for Flames winning this fight out and securing the point.
He was grounded, but internet privileges have been given back right now. Copenhagen Flames have got the cap. CIS Hope, they accrued 40% before that was the case, and Unfix is going to be able to re-enter here with an EMP. He may decide to use the translocator, go up in the air, and maybe take Tridd and Naga out of it, bring them crashing down to earth where Kenzie can pick up the pieces. We'll have to see where he decides to put it. Chow can also try and follow up with a self-destruct should it be required.
He's so far high up at the moment, Naga and Tridd. Basically in the skybox, meaning Chow's going to have a pretty tough time in getting there. Like you mentioned, it's only Unfixed, and it is up to him to kind of dismantle this pharmacy composition. Tridd activates that Valkyrie, as well as that sound barrier going on to 5 members of Copenhagen Flames, sorry. Kenzie still in the back line, 500, 600 HP Tracer, quite hard to deal with when you think about it. Kenzie still staying alive though in the back of the fight. Is going to try and actually take down Marine Lord, but the problem is he's one very fast boy. Has got that pulse bomb built up nice and proper. Issue is Naga's so high up in the air, it's pretty hard for you to get to him. Does find the recall, and in fact finally Naga getting taken down when he had to activate that barrage. Kenzie now cleaning up the rest of the fight with his tanks. Marinod, all left alone, decides to go for a little joyride and ends up falling. 5-player kill streak for Kenzie. They end up reclaiming the point.
Oh, Copenhagen Flames are going to be very glad that they managed to sort of stay in that one for as long as they did. And that's mostly off the back of Marine Lord. He got a good draw on that Sambo. He's going to be forgoing the Lucio now. They want the Moira on the ground. No defensive ults are going to be available. However, when it came to... Kenzie getting a damage booster's headshot. Courtesy of Naga, he's going to be straight out of there. And now Naga's going to be moving forward with the McCrees, the new sheriff in town. Everyone better watch their step.
Decided to switch off that Pharah this time. Oh, flashbang not quite finding his mark, but that bullet definitely did. Him and Main having a little duel there, but Naga, he drew quicker. And having a lot of trouble there as well. Actually takes another clip. Naga is just on fire right now. Misses that flashbang, but he has got Deadeye available to him in a couple of percent. Although Chow pays him a visit with that self-destruct. Marine Lord taken out unfixed, however. And we see Kenzie just punishing Dredro for trying to go for that res. Does manage to get it up in the end. And with the dash backwards, Kenzie avoids the flashbang as well. Has got Pulse Bomb, doesn't quite want to use it just yet.
Despite a great look here from Copenhagen Flames, they get to cap the point. CIS Hope is still in control. We've got 7 seconds remaining. Marine Lord's desperately trying to come in, and he's got the Coalescence.
Coalescence coming through. The point does get flipped over 65% now. Kenzie just a little hoop shot straight down. Doesn't quite land on anybody. It would have been quite spectacular if he did. But the thing is right now, that is building up rather rapidly. 95% of CIS Hope. They only need one fight here. High Noon coming through. Can't quite see where it is. It looks like it's going to be a main for the time being, judging on CIS Hope's positioning. Just hugging this corner now.
Jarek suffers a flashbang, and now Heiko's going to be able to follow up. They've got the Valkyrie at their back. Up in the sky, so much healing. Everyone's feeling the damage boost as well, both for Sponge and the Sprayer being applied.
Chow's going to reset here. Poppy Fresh going to take out Kenzie. Naga just railing everybody with the 6-shooter. They're going to be able to just hold the point for the time being. They got 3 more percent. CIS Hope need to get on here. Here comes the Monkey. Only just Winston getting in. Big EMP, but Naga actually rolled out of the EMP range. What a beast. Does manage to get the reload as well. He's left completely alone. Another Deadeye has been built up as well. Main ends up falling, and now it is only Chow on the point. The Coalescence was a bit too much for him to handle. That is Egg trying to get a cheeky boot. Killed in midair as that sound barrier was coming down, so no more extra HP for you. Naga is absolutely unstoppable on this map. Another Monkey coming in. Sharik respawning on the Winston, but it wasn't quite enough. That'll be the Flames securing well, and we're going to go to a third map on Ilios.
Line them up, knock them down, and tip your hat. I know that Jaws is a very, very happy boy. He loves this McCree play, loves a little bit of Pine Ilios, and why not? That's where he made his name, just being the man who came in for Ilios and really wrecked it on McCree. We're going to have to see if Such is going to continue here, or if Naga decides to go for a different character, really showing up his variability here. 4 characters played thus far, but he is going to be going back to that all-important Farron. Meanwhile, CIS Hope, it's going to be the ground and pound Jaws. It's going to be the meat slammer that they're going to be throwing in to the point. They're going to take control there, but will Kenzie stick with this May?
I hope so. I doubt it. I've been calling for May for the last, how many weeks? Oh yeah, 5
Give us Ice
weeks?
Queen.
Kenzie, don't play with my heart now. Maybe he's just using it to boost. Oh, well, okay, Kenzie's actually using this May out of the gate. All right. There's nothing, again, there's nothing really to actually deal with Naga here and Dredro up in the skies apart from Chow, but they'll be hugging Skybox.
How stationary they are here. They're waiting for Copenhagen Flames to all be on the point. They want to make sure they can get in there and allow Sharik to lay down some melee damage. Here they come with a speed boost.
May, where's she gonna go? She's taking a lot of bullets right now, but just walls you off. Naga, please come to us, my friend.
Welcome to the icebox, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to get a little bit chilly, and Naga's going to throw in some heat, but it's not going to be enough. CIS Hope are going to get the first cap, and there's a wall in the way.
They are denying Naga so much room here. Whatever window he pops up at, no worries. I'll put a wall straight in front of your face. Kenzie, 40% on this Blizzard as well, is moving and just making sure they can just hold this point with absolute glee. I can imagine Kenzie right now behind his keyboard like, wall, yeah, sure thing. No worry, Farah. You want to come at us? You have to just walk in front of my blast.
To paraphrase Flow Rider, to the window, to the wall, but Naga's bringing down the barrage and no one checked the weather report. Chubb's going to follow it up.
Kenzie jumps into the icebox to stay alive for the time being. That Coalescence is going to heal them up on the point. The beat has been dropped by Marine Lord and a counter one as well coming through from Aang. A lot of HP to actually chunk through. Naga's still moving in, but that Blizzard is going to make sure he does not get anywhere near that point. Sharik a little bit out of place here, but getting healed up by Main. This is such a odd strategy we've not seen from CIS Hope before. We've played them as this amazing team that tries so many different...
was the word.
Yeah, so many different strats, and we're seeing it right here. Unfix goes down, another barrage is going to be unleashed, and finally they're able to cap it. But Kenzie holding himself in that ice block for so long, he's going to build up so much time.
Oh, welcome to Hell of a Cell with a very angry monkey. Chubb's going to be the one to finish that, or rather Poppy Fresh is going to claim the kill, but Chubb's doing most of the damage, and now, defensive pharmacy. This is a lot better for Naga. He's not going to be waylaid by so many walls. Kenzie may decide to swap here, we'll have to see, but no, it's going to be actually sticking with the Mei. I love it, give me more. They know that Unfixed has that Graviton Surge and he can freeze everyone within it, maybe deny a couple of ultimates. There goes the speed boost, straight to the point for CIS Hope.
Oh, the block's already been used by Kenzie, he's almost going to go down. Naga ends up
That's
finding
a huge shatter.
Huge shatter though, finding 3. Poppy Fresh hits the floor and Unfixed just cleans them all up, slicing them in half with a laser. Heiko sends that one sky high, manages to take out Unfixed. Poppy Fresh does get revived. 75% still ticking through though. Sharek's still alive as well. This composition that holds the point oh so well is so hard to crack by the Flames.
Kenzie's going to be returning any moment now as it's Unfixed with a Graviton Surge, but Marinel's going to take down Sharek. Naga came in with a barrage and no one checked for weather report, but Kenzie's going to be coming in trying to keep this in contestation. 90% is all that CIS Hope will gain here, but the way that this composition works, Jaws, they only need to win like one more attack because they always win out on the point. Copenhagen Flames have to wear them down, get through that HP pool, and now Naga has got a Blizzard. It's a great ultimate, it's a great game developer as well, we'll have to see.
Flames are going to have to stay frosty for this one. If they let CIS Hope get onto the point, this could be all over. Unfixed, he got pooped off the edge. Heiko used those thrusters. That's one big key compositional part that they needed for this combo. Blizzard gets sent out anyway. Another Transcendence being used by Marinelord here to keep everybody alive during it, and the ultimate as well from Dredro. Kenzie does find Poppy Fresh's head with a chilly icicle, jumps straight into the block as well. That will be a big coalescence from main, just making sure Naga can't actually touch the point. Aang, that massive healing boost is not available to them now, but Kenzie's still staying alive. Another Earth Shatter lands on the floor and it hits and takes out Chubbs in the end. Dredro flying through like the angel he is, isn't quite able to save the rest of his team. The point gets flipped over, 95%. Unfix is coming back as well and he's got the grab.
The grab is there, everyone on the side of Copenhagen Flames ready to experience density.
Naga went behind them and actually killed Unfix. Unfix is dead. A revive coming through from Dredro didn't quite get him up as Kenzie paid him a visit. 99% to 66, still in overtime, and yet another Blizzard from the Mei. Kenzie, you absolute beast. Where has this pick been hiding? Been saving it for the last week, clearly. Chubb gets booped off the edge. Kenzie finishes the Heiko's mech. 99%. Now it'll be 100. They're going to tick it over. A sound barrier for style points as well. CIS Hope end up taking Ilios.
You thought it was Ilios, ladies and gentlemen, but really, it was Blizzard World, courtesy of Kenzie bringing out our Mei. It's a little favourite of Jaws and I. Oh, we've got so many heroes that we love. So happy.
Oh, I love how they went to the last week as well to show that off. I mean, Mei is incredibly hard to actually dislodge when you're on a point like that. She was walling off Naga time and time again. There's just seemingly nothing he could do about it.
Oh, there was very little that he could do. We could try and burst through it, but each of those wall pillars has about 500 HP, and that's a couple of your rockets, maybe 4 or so, maybe 4 or 5. I think it's 5 you need to use to get through there. And you don't want to spend most of your clips just shooting at a wall. You're going to feel a little bit useless. So he's got to reposition, waste some time where he's not firing. He's not really a factor in the fight, and that's really how they managed to win that one out.
Hopefully we see more Mei or see some other interesting strats that CIS Hope have to bring out. We'll have to wait and see, though. We're going to jump to a quick break. We'll be map number 2 very shortly. Welcome back, guys. We've just seen CIS Hope extinguish the flames on Ilios with some rather unique strategies coming out from Kenzie, picking up the May, funnily enough, just in time for the new May skin that's coming out soon. Yeah,
they turned down the heat, but now we're going to be turning it right back up again, because we're moving over to Hybrid. And it's going to be the map pick of the flames. They can pick from either Numbani or Hollywood. I imagine we're probably going to go to Numbani because that's a bit more dive-oriented. It's a little bit harder to bring out the tanks, except on the last point where you can really try and muzzle it out with quad tanks. But as we know, it's a little bit hard to counterpick CIS Hope because they can literally play anything.
Yeah, apparently so. Their hero pool is so expansive, I'm not sure any team can really prepare for them. However, we are going over to Hollywood instead this time around. I was hedging my bets on Numbani as well, going to be honest. A lot of Farah play for both of these teams could have been brought out, but Hollywood is it is.
Maybe Naga's feeling a little bit more confident in the Widow duel against the Kenzie, even against the Kenzie. Well, he's now the Kenzie, so congratulations on the prefix Kenzie. I'm sure you're very proud. However, Copenhagen Flames are probably going to be very proud of their choice. They managed to win this one out. Going to Hollywood, you can see a lot more variability in the style, so you can try and use the quad tank or the triple tank to try and bully out the first point, or you can also just go for your classic dives. It usually depends on what your opponent's running. You can very much go back to spawn very quickly with a Lucio, decide to swap up your composition and really try and counter out what they're bringing to the table. Oh, well, don't tease me, Kent.
I know, I was waiting for it. CIS Hope on the defense first up, and the Flames over on the offense. Now, we are seeing a lot more Sombra on this map as well, and Unfix has run it a couple of times. So, I wouldn't be too surprised, I'm going to be honest. Kenzie, I would be surprised if you did run the May. It's not the best pick on this map. There aren't too many places you can really wall people in unless it's the cafe, but you are on the defense, so not really working. He does actually switch over the Tracer. There we go. No, enough teasing.
Unfix can get a lot of work done here because Sharek on a Reinhardt demands so much attention. If you turn away from Sharek to deal with Unfix when it's in your backline poking, you are liable to be earth-shattered. 4 to 6 people all down on the ground, and he showed us that as well on Ilios on the Lighthouse. Not an easy point to hit an Earth Shatter on, but he got a good value on, taking out 2 tanks, and I believe also putting Poppy Fresh down on the ground. We'll have to see if Sharek can make the magic happen again here on Hollywood, the land where dreams are made.
Well, it looks like Chow really hates chairs.
Good decoration of the cart, though.
Yeah, wow. All right, not bad.
Some artistic endeavors from our defensive side here. So, yeah,
fairly inventive.
Copenhagen Flames are going to be staying in the red, however, starting off on the attack. Very thematic.
And what is that mess of sprays? What are you doing?
The triple spray.
The triple spray, all right.
Copenhagen Flames is going to be coming out with a full dive plus Moira. Nose and Yars are in sight. Naga's going to be swapping over, however, and it's a full change here. We're going to be moving over to the pharmacy. Dredro and Naga are going to be taken to the air. Likely the second that they saw that fire strike, we were like, okay, we don't have to worry about Winston. We can try and take advantage of Sharek. Kenzie here. Oh, Poppy Fresh is going to get hacked courtesy of Unfixed, but he is going to be able to escape. Got the double blink done beforehand.
Yeah, he was mid-dash, but the hack actually came through, so it did continue. He did continue on his path. Maybe had to play point here rather easily, like you mentioned, with Naga up in the air. Very few people to deal with him. However, Kenzie's going to deal with Marine Lord. You let that guy on your back line, he's going to walk away with a couple of frags.
Question is, will Naga be able to fly away? Chow's getting very aggressive going in there. Another counter-attack is coming through from Naga. He's got a Tracer at his back, but he is still missing Marine Lord.
You've got to be really careful. As soon as that Discord Orb does land on you, Chow will be up in your face. But he's also charging his ult fairly quickly, as is Dredro. About 85% each, in fact 90. Make that 100. Naga, you're building it too quick, buddy. I can't actually commentate over it.
Sharek's making sure that any tanks who go on the cart are made to suffer, but now Naga's going deep into the back. He's got that barrage. But Chow, for weather report, is a wreck.
Poppy Fresh came, no, sorry, Kenzie came behind him, dinged him out, he had to jump in the air, just got punished. Naga's going to get revived by Dredro, but it's too little too late. Dredro's going to get cleaned up by Chow, and Chow finds himself another couple of kills. Fantastic play by Kenzie. Saw he was going for that rocket barrage, went for the small bit of damage on his back, and he was 50 HP up in the air. Nothing Dredro can do. You can't put yourself in danger like that.
And now CIS, so they have 2 support ultimates on the board. They can easily deal with Naga's barrage if they have some good reactions, and if they can see Naga telegraphing that barrage as they come in. Dredro's already used for Valkyrie, so there's going to be less healing available here for Copenhagen Flames as they move in. Heiko's going to have to defend Naga with his life here, use the defense matrix to make sure the full channel of justice can be delivered to CIS Holt.
Oh, Poppy Fresh looking for that pulse bomb. Gets on the Rhyme, manages to find the stick. Doesn't quite get the kill just yet. There's a lot of healing coming through from that Moira, and an EMP does land on a couple of members. Unfix manages to take 2 out. However, that sound barrier is going to keep them nice and healthy. Shag making his quick exit to the back of the point, and Naga finds himself in the wrong place, in the wrong neighborhood. Naga's going to take him out, and with that, Kenzie is going to be able to clean out the rest of the members. Supports, you don't really stand a chance.
Scraps and leftovers. And now, bonus, they know that Marine Lord has the sound barrier. They can plan around that because Unfix got the hack onto the Lucia. They saw that big old tick above his head, so now they know for definite that the sound barrier can be coming in the next fight. And because of that, Unfix can try and build up towards that sound barrier and know that if he hasn't seen Marine Lord use the sound barrier, then he can lay it down with EMP. But Chow!
He was trying to build
out,
back up Legday, meaning he had to just quickly get a couple of shots off to get the mech in, but Naga punished him with those rockets. Another hack onto Naga just sends him rocketing to the ground. He's still got Rocket Barrage. You can just get back in the up in the air in a second. There's the 1, there's the 2, there's the 3-piece. Takes out both supports and Shag. They got forced into that tight corridor. No hack really stopped him.
No jets required here for Naga. Eng's going to be swapping over now to the Mercy, so perhaps we can expect Kenzie to be moving on to a Widowmaker as well, and that's exactly what we're going to see. Has Naga identified the threat? Is he going to move back, or is he going to try his luck here? I imagine he may well decide to go on to that Widowmaker. Try out the duel, obviously. If you weren't confident in the Widow duel, you wouldn't pick to go to Hollywood, because it's such an important part of this second stage here, Jaws. But Unfixed is going to be a thorn in the side of Naga as he comes in. The EMP is ready to go. He's going to turn out some lights.
Those matrices across Kenzie, just keeping him safe, and there we go. Naga is going to get taken out. Tridro took a body shot as well. It looked like dropped below 50 HP. Is going to get the revive on Naga. Still the cart moving. A very forward-focusing position here. Maybe trying to bait in for that EMP. Unfix looking at it. He's looking high in the skies, but apparently so is Naga. Takes out Kenzie and Eng. Coalescence in response, however, and Unfix still has that big EMP that he can unleash.
You know that the juicy target will be the Zenyatta. We can strip away 150 shields in an instant, and now it's going to be Chubbs, who has the he's got an entire jungle gym worth of these roofs to just play around on, slowly making his way through the meaty bodies of CIS Hope, cooking him up with the Tesla cannon, and that's going to be a clean wipe there for Copenhagen Flames.
Does the Tesla cannon actually cook anything?
I don't know. I haven't really experienced it myself, and I hope not to.
Well, Naga doesn't want to. Well, Kenzie doesn't want to experience any more of Naga. Does get revived in the end. Naga just punishing him for his positioning right now. So hard to actually play the Widow in this position when Naga has the high ground already, has got those infosites unlocked as well. He knows that. Knows the Zenyatta's coming out. Knows Nagas are going to be there as well. EMP did end up going off, and Naga finds Kenzie once again. Marine Lord taking out Unfixed. EMP or no EMP, those supports are still coming for you.
And now he's going to be dueling out against Main, but I don't think Main really wants to take this fight. He wants to get on the cart, 3 meters, and just about a little bit left.
Naga jumps off the cart. Whoa, there you go, Chow. Taken clean out of the air. Tree, I mean, Eng, where you going, buddy? Just flies straight up into the air, just gets instantly discorded and taken out as soon as he floats back down. And now they've got this massive, long sightline to work with. Are they actually going to stick on the Widowmaker? No, they are not. Kenzie switching out. Naga's going to be able to sit on these boxes here if Copenhagen Flames can play really far up.
Massive sideline, but not quite so big a time bank, Jaws. 2 minutes and 30 seconds remain for Copenhagen Flame to try and finish out Hollywood here. It's more time than you could get, but it's not supreme as far as time banks go. And now CIS Hope are going to be moving forward, trying to deny that long sideline. But Nagi's coming out on the surprise McCree. The sheriff's back in town. You'll better watch it.
All right, finally jumping over to the McCree. I've been harping on it for weeks, and we're finally seeing some action on it. Kenzie is dicing with death at the moment, as he was rather far up in the front lines. Valkyrie coming out from CIS Hope. They're going to be able to get a little bit more damage done. A big hack actually does come through onto the Tracer. However, Marine Lord popping at that Transcendence makes sure everybody stays alive apart from Chubbs. High Nude already active from Naga. I didn't even see him build that one up. I'm not going to lie to you, Legday. There's another CIS Hope Transcendence coming through from Main. Again, to keep everybody nice and ship-shaped in the front line. However, they're just losing members by the dozen here. Poppy Fresh is going to take out Sharek. They pushed so far up, but it was straight into Naga's sightlines. They're moving the cart. They've still got 1 minute and 30 left.
And Naga's going to be able to exploit some really nice sidelines here. Maybe he's going to move over right-hand side with the help of his tanks and try and take that high ground. But looks like instead he's going to make the cart his new county, the sheriff. Ready to lay down this peacemaker. You've got to keep the cart moving though, lads. You want to try and push that one forward. No time for posing.
Sheriff
no time for moving
Hollywood.
around.
EMP coming out. Unfix hits 4. They're going to jump straight into the back line with the self-destruct being slung in there as well. Naga finds himself in a 1v1 versus Unfix, but gets Tesla cannoned by Sharek. He's still moving forward. Kenzie with that pulse bomb. They should have just won the fight from here. They're still sticking on that card to make sure Poppy Fresh cannot get that back cap. Main ends up going down for it, and in fact, that entire line of CIS Hope had to deal with Poppy Fresh in the back, meaning Naga got a free res as he does get sent back to the grave with that pulse bomb, as I do say, as soon as that comes out my mouth. Kenzie's still just preying on the defense, playing a rather supportive Tracer role right now, making sure no one can actually get on his back line. Although one Discord Diva does get ejected, they've got Spore priority, but there's nothing stopping Flames right now.
And nothing's really going to be taking them down either, save some burst damage, because it's going to be Marine Lord there with the Transcendence. Everyone experienced 300 HPS a second.
And Naga is so safe to hold this far back line here because CIS Hope had to actually get on the carts. Didn't quite get there in time. Round 1's going to get completed, and Naga flipping over to this McCree just worked wonders for the Flames.
Oh, this man likes to swap his heroes, and we're yet to see his jump grab, which is also very impressive. We'll have to see if we maybe can spot that on the defense. Usually you can see it up in the cafe in place of a soldier. We'll have to... Oh, he's already teasing me with it, but of course it is a hover. Just make me look right, Naga, make me look smart.
Only 25 seconds left in the time bank though, Legday, so we'll have to wait and see how Copenhagen Flames do on the defense. Now, CIS Hope, they are kind of known to run this quad and triple tank coming out of the gate, so honestly, wouldn't be surprised if we actually see this current lineup. Unfixed especially on this Roadhog, and in fact Kenzie as well. You mentioned it in the last map. Every single one of these players can seemingly play every single hero. Like, that's the thing. That's what's so scary about this team. Because they are so reactive in the way they play, it's very easy for them to just run back to spawn, hit H, just choose something else. Unfixed on this Hog, he's so devastating when he gets a good hook off. And problem is, that cafe is so vulnerable to hooks, especially if you just go around for these flanks, which teams are really starting to favor right now.
Yeah, the pillars on the sides are the only lateral cover available as production showing you right now. That's it. The only thing that's going to keep Unfixed meaty hooks from you as he tries to drag you down into the midst of CIS Hope, and a defense matrix won't save you from Sharek's charge nor his hammer. Often that can be the answer to a Roadhog hook, but it won't stop the Bardic Grasp of Mean either. Many ways to move around that if you are the current composition which CIS Hope is using. Of course, with 25 seconds left in the time bank for Copenhagen Flames, if CIS Hope can complete at all, we will see a second round. There will be a courtesy minute for Copenhagen Flames. If CIS Hope complete this in overtime, they will get a minute, and Copenhagen Flames will have a minute and 25. But first, CIS Hope have to bring it home, not CIS Home.
CIS Home. Well, they could do. Could bring it home. That guy in the limo, by the way, he's literally always complaining. I don't know if you've ever, like,
he's called Alfred Glitchbot.
He's always complaining. Yeah, always.
He's a bit of a diva.
He is. Not quite as cute as Diva, but is what it is. Going to go quick rotation, like we were saying. Straight on top, Chow actually gets a Discord Orb straight put on him. He's not actually going to join his team for the time being. In fact, they're all going to have to be rather careful. Dang, a little bit worse for wear. In fact, Unfixed too. A lot of spread healing here coming through from the Moira, but as soon as she falls, Naga's going to have a field day.
And Naga's also going to have a Riptide, doing so much damage here and ejecting Chow by force from the point. Better make sure you don't lose your mech there, Heiko. Just let Chow make his own way home, and it's going to be a couple of bouncers stopping him. Oh, nasty little pistol whip. And he's going to be heading straight back to spawn. A little bit of a mercy kill there from Kenzie, or rather a mercy kill there from Poppy Fresh, but no mercy is available for Naga, dealing so much damage. He's already got himself a Riptire, and Poppy Fresh is also keeping up with the explosive arsenal. Got a pulse bomb in his back pocket, and that means Sharek's, he's not going to have a good time, Jaws. He's not going to have a good time at all.
Sharek almost has his Earth Shatter as well, something else to kind of keep in mind. There's the Riptide, goes up and over the house. Isn't going to find anybody. Yes, it will. Only a little bit of damage, though, this time around. Unfixed takes a large portion of that. Sharek actually already fell. Poppy Fresh threw his explosive in as well. Did manage to pick him off. And now a very, very deep dive coming through from the tank line of Copenhagen Flames. Kenzie's going to have to back off rather sharpish. They're making a lot of use of their time here, Legday. The very, very quick resets is only going to aid them later down the line.
A quick disengagement in return for 2 ultimates. Not too bad, although Poppy Fresh is already at 65% on that pulse bomb. He's building this up incredibly fast by farming all of these beefy bodies that CIS Hope are putting in front of him. He's already checking the front. He's bringing the recon out, telling Naga where they're coming from.
Getting a little bit dizzy, so we did jump onto the Primal Rage a second ago. Self-destruct, finds Unfixed, but he is going to take a breather for the time being. There's the Shadow, lands on Marilord. Poppy Fresh had to narrowly dodge away from that Flame Strike, and now Kenzie's in the back line just trying to deal with Naga. This guy's getting almost double-pocketed right now. It's so hard for him to actually take him out. Marilord gets revived in the end. Chow didn't actually find anything with the self-destruct either. Naga finally gets taken out as Dezachu was actually committed onto the revive of Marilord. Might just help him out though, although I say that as Dezachu does end up falling. Flame still just fighting on the cart, unwilling to give anything more of this up. There's the Transcendence coming out from Marilord as well, only aiding them in their endeavors. Chow goes down to Heiko. There's the sound barrier though. They might just be able to pull this one off. It did land onto the Tracer on the sidelines, although Naga, with that big rip tire, he's hunting, he's searching, dodges out the Flame Strike, 1 second left. Only just makes it. Eng, his head just so far outside
by
the building.
dreadlocks. And one of the things that was most important about that last fight was that Tridd managed to get a really skillful res onto Marilord. He managed to not only avoid Chow's self-destruct, but was right next to the corpse, but also res Marilord in a time so that his invincibility wore off just after the self-destruct went off so that he wasn't killed again. So a great show of game knowledge there from Tridd. However, Kenzie still got this pulse on, he can lay it down when he wants to. It's likely going to go on to Chubbs to remove that Winston early, but he's got to watch out for Naga. That damage boosted Junkrat won't be very happy to see him.
Poppy Fresh again, kills Shag. They managed to stick Naga though. That's a 1-for-1, although Chow's mech goes down. Unfixed finds a hook onto Marilord and takes them out. Kenzie in a lot of trouble, but actually distracting Heiko and Poppy Fresh for the most part. Main unleashing the Coalescence is going to be able to find the Diva Mac, where she hops straight over, and now doing the DPS Moira things in the front line as Unfixed just cleans the rest of the supports up and cleans Heiko up as well. Finally, nearing overtime, 20 seconds remaining. CIS Hope are going to be able to reclaim control of this capture point, and they are going to be able to unleash the limousine to descend down the streets of Hollywood.
Poppy Fresh was the last one remaining, but faced with 1700 health, courtesy of Sharek Chow with Unfixed, he decided to think better of it. 150 in a dream, probably wasn't going to work that one out. Goes to rejoin his team. Looks like they're going to be setting up for an early contestation here. Look at where Heiko's pushed up, right next to this corner here. Naga's able to freely rain down these grenades with impunity. No one's going to be stopping him unless a very opportunistic snipe comes through from Kenzie.
Well, 30% was absolutely nothing for Naga as he builds up the Riptire. Poppy Fresh goes down to Unfix in the meantime. He sends that straight. He finds a twofer. Main and Sharek going down. Flames doing a good job and going to get a revive on Poppy Fresh as well for their troubles.
And now they're playing with the clock of CIS Hope as well, who only have 2 minutes left. That's not much to be moving into this second stage with. They're definitely making sure that CIS Hope are having to fight for every single meter, and they're paying for it in both blood and seconds. Chubb's now dueling out against Sharek, but here comes the self-destruct.
Self-destruct sent to the moon, doesn't quite find anybody, but Heiko already goes down as he was out of mech. Kenzie almost finding the head actually of Eng. There's the sights being unloaded, but Dezachu's now up in the skies. He can see where he is. He tried to click on it a second ago, but she's going to be much harder to hit now. One defensive ultimate down, and Marilord doesn't actually have that Transcendence. Should leave CIS Hope to at least push through this for the time being.
Unfixed has that back pocket pulse bomb, and he can try and maybe bring down Chubbs or Heiko onto the point and maybe lay it onto them, but instead he's going for Naga, and he's got a little bit of help with the dive. He's gone deep, and Naga's been blown away.
They recognize the threat in the Junkrat, managed to take him out, and now CIS Hope pushing round, going for this big flank. Primal Rage actually forced out Chubbs here, and Naga somehow manages to chuck a trap straight on Unfixed's head and actually take him out. And now Kenzie having a one-on-one duel with the Zenyatta. Marilord ends up going down. 60 seconds remaining. Cart isn't actually moving in this time, Legday.
Boys. Oh, Heiko was trying to remech, but Kenzie had other plans. No mech for you and no jump for you either, Chubbs. Straight back to spawn. Copenhagen Flames, however, 45 seconds left to defend. They've got a full reset here. They can all come back in one piece. Dezachu moving over from the Mercy on to Velucio. He's going to decide to afflict his teammates with speed rather than give them all that damage boost. Going to drive them back into this rather quickly. Heiko's already taken some damage, 390 or rather 385 damage because of the armor, because of damage boosted headshots.
Speed, style and aggression. Kenzie's already been found out, but he's got a nice little sideline actually onto the cart. In fact, she finds Naga to start it all off with. There's the Transcendence coming out as well, making sure everybody's nice and topped up. CIS Hope still moving forward. 10 seconds till we reach in overtime, but they've already found 4 kills. Only 2 members remaining, and that'll be a nice, clean and easy wipe for them. Nothing really used either. That was just a Primal Rage and just the Transcendence. They've still got that self-destruct and the Pulse Bomb to work with.
Overtime music. Hold your horses, because we've still got 1 minute and 30 left in this competition. Now 1 minute and 20 remaining for CIS Hope. Boy, those doors are slow. 60 years and we still haven't fixed heavy door technology, Jules. Who would have thunk it? Anyway, Kenzie moving over to the main now, bringing out a little bit of a CIS Hope special. But no, he's actually just playing with our hearts again. Can you really afford to waste that time to play with the casters?
May, Tracer, it's unlucky. They're quite close to each other, it's whatever. Chow now with the self-destruct, just peeking around, trying to get this high ground. They got to make sure that any threat from the skies is dealt with before they can take out Unfix. You can see he's actually zipped over to the Sombra this time. Poppy Fresh goes down in the 1v1 duel against Tracer. Kenzie is going to be able to claim that kill. Now Naga's actually switched over yet again to the McCree. There's the Transcendence coming through for Copenhagen Flames. Naga takes Kenzie's head clean off. This is exactly what we wanted to see from him, playing a very defensive style, protecting his supports, just hanging around with Redro more often than not.
Indeed, Copenhagen Flames have deployed for McCree because CIS Hope brought out the Scallywags. Going to be keeping them in check, but Chow is going to be keeping everyone on Copenhagen Flames honest as well. Cuddle up to that exploding mech, I don't recommend it.
It was a nice sacrifice for him, actually stopping Heiko from actually getting any more value out of the mech. Naga's going to have a shorter respawn as well, but the car is still moving in. Chubbs has Primal Rage to actually stall a lot of this time out, but so does Shaq. Discord Orb on him, but there is a Defense Matrix covering him as well. There goes the overtime. Goes the overtime. 1 second remaining. We're going to start ticking down. EMP from Unfix found a couple of members. Can they actually capitalize? Naga ends up going down to the Primal Rage. He has that ultimate available, but needs to get out rather ASAP. Shaq finding another one with the Primal Rage. Somehow this guy is an absolute demon on this Winston. Transcendence coming out from Marine Lord, keeping everybody nice and topped up. And Unfix finally finding Poppy Fresh. They've got the numbers. They've got the damage. No one is touching Eng and Main in the back line. They've got seemingly infinite healing. Dreedro's going to fall as well. The high new comes through. The bubble is blocking it. Chubbs finally getting on the cart yet again, but it's all too little, too late as Marine Lord, last member to fall. It was in overtime in the end, but they still get 1 minute to play with.
The courtesy minute being afforded to CIS Hope for their completion here. It will be 1 minute and 25 seconds available for Copenhagen Flames, but because they have more in the time bank, they will have the privilege of defending first and knowing exactly what they have to do in order to tie up this series and achieve victory on Hollywood. Meanwhile, CIS Hope going to have to maybe switch up their strategies. They took their sweet time taking point A the first time, Jules. Maybe something a little bit more direct this time.
Or maybe the May. Maybe that's what they go with. I'm just toying with the idea now. Maybe. You made it work, it's good. Like you said, Flames are on the defense first up. Hope now on the offense. Going with the tried and true with Naga on the Junkrat. Can hold this cafe.
Why not? When you get a rip tire in about 12 seconds in the first attack, you can't really complain because, as you were bringing up earlier, some wonderful stats about fight wins and rip tires used. Very staggering amount of fights win. That isn't a word.
It's
fights won.
Fights won, yeah, win.
when you use a rip tire. That English degree being put to great use.
I'm glad it is.
Money well spent.
That's all right. I've got a games programming degree. There's nothing I can really translate this to. I can maybe break the game down a little bit in terms of how the game works, but probably not. I haven't made anything so prestigious as Overwatch.
Well, speaking of prestige, it's going to be CIS Hope looking to create a lasting legacy here in Overwatch EU Contenders, vying for that second seed in Group B. They're going to be coming out once again with a triple tank Kenzie at their back on the Tracer. Going to be trying to lay down a huge amount of damage, but Naga's going to be ready to meet them. He's already 26%.
Now they're going for what again was the quite a popular strategy. As I say that,
it's the
actually
bait and
double
switch.
bait them. Double bait and switch. There we go. CIS Hope now rushing the cafe. Also actually sky high from those mines. Naga already at 60%. Eng is going to fall down first. That's a whole wealth of healing not available to Hope. 20 seconds left. This is it. Overtime is ticking through. Go's going to be able to find Kenzie here. They are on the point. Unfix finds a nice hook, but a defense matrix actually saves Heiko for the time being. Naga finally finds the tire. Shag's going to be the victim of it, and he actually finds Chow's mech as well. All squishy bodies now left on the point for Naga just to reign free, and Heiko is going to take out Eng as well. A very fast self-destruct got built up. There's only a couple of members left. Kenzie has to make something work here, but I think it's too little, too late for the Tracer. Overtime is going to tick down. Edge going to body block Sharif from getting onto the point. No ticks acquired from CIS Hope, and now it's Flames' turn to attack.
Not a percentage point gained, but only a 25-second surplus available for Copenhagen Flames as we move into our second round of Hollywood here. Going to have our own chance to attack. We'll have to see if they're able to claim the tick. If not, it will be a draw, Jaws. We'll be moving into the second half, 1-0 still. But Copenhagen Flames, they're thirsty for the win. Why not be it? Why not? If you were a Flame, you'd be pretty dehydrated.
Yeah, but you don't want to be covered in water.
Oh, I guess.
As fire.
Yeah.
So, have you ever played Pokemon?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Who hasn't played Pokemon?
I don't know. Some crazy people.
Crazy, crazy people.
Clearly the flames, I don't know. Maybe they hope need to douse their flames. That's what they've been doing so far, and Unfix has been a large key to that operation as this Sombra. He's been doing a fantastic job of actually infiltrating the back lines, and his EMPs have been quite spectacular. The only problem I see here is if Flames actually do the same as CIS Hope did, go for this wraparound, hold this cafe in the high ground, Naga's going to have a field day really on this Roadhog. Looking at what they're coming out the gate with now, very brawly to play on the point.
Yeah, I imagine we're going to try and move straight into Sharek and put him under pressure. Sharek really hasn't been getting that much support from his team. Main's been trying his best to keep him alive, but not having a Zarya at his back has really cost him. He's been taking a little bit more damage than you'd like. However, it looks like neither of these teams are going to be running a Zarya, so both Chubbs and Sharek will be equally vulnerable as we move forward. But Poppy Fresh, of course, the Hellfire shotguns are in session, ladies and gentlemen. Another rather rare hero brought to a 4 here, courtesy of Poppy Fresh. It's going to be the Reaper.
Brawly, brawly, brawl. That's exactly what they want to do. Get on the point and then just fight it out. Just allow Poppy Fresh to build up that Death Blossom ASAP. Does so much damage with those shotguns, like you said. Naga looking for a hook. Doesn't quite get it. A translocation from Unflix will just make sure he stays alive for the time being. But look at Sharek just taking so much pressure and so low as well. Shield's going to fall down as well in a second. Poppy Fresh just pummeling them.
And just like that, Copenhagen Flames have control of a point. Sharek needs to go in, but he's going to be under so much pressure.
Double coalescence. Shatter on 3 people, Legday. But can he make anything work? Kenzie finds one onto Tridd. Trids is going to fall over. Chow, he finds it in the end. And Sharek pays Poppy Fresh a visit. 35 seconds left remaining.
Counters, you say? No, Sharek doesn't have counters. Sharek has an Earth Shatter, and he's bringing it down on you, Copenhagen Flames. 25 seconds remain in the first half of our last match in Group B of EU Contenders.
Unfix has EMP as well. They still have a defensive ultimate in that sound barrier. They've got a lot to work with, but Copenhagen Flames, they are so close to having a whole wealth of ultimates. They only burnt 1 to start us off with, and that was the Coalescence. Overtime is about to become in session, and Unfix, look at his positioning. He knows what he's doing, but they've just snuffed him out. Maybe not firing the SMG that quickly. EMP goes out, the lights go out as well. Naga going extremely low, but they got that sound barrier to fall back on them. Hoppy Fresh trying to find a little something. Ends up finding Aang with a Death Blossom as he built that up so quickly. Another shatter litters the floor with bodies. That'll be Dredro going down, and Chubbs is going to fall, but Unfix says, not today, Chubbs, not today, Naga. You're not having any of this. Another Coalescence come out from CIS Hope. This could very well be another draw. 1 person left, and it's the Tracer, or I tell a lie, Poppy Fresh was in the corner. Too little, too late, and the second draw of Contenders EU has just been acquired.
Our first one also involved CIS Hope against Eagle Gaming, so is Sharek the best Reinhardt in all of Europe?
Quite possibly with those shatters. 2 clutch shatters in each of the fights. Wasn't too afraid of just swinging the hammer a couple of times, let down the shield, let his hair loose, and just went to work with the hammer.
Yeah, kept on swinging and really kept on winning as well. Main really took good care of him. I did sort of like point out early that Sharek wasn't getting that much support, but apparently didn't really need that much. All he needed was his trusty power of a hammer and his good old ultimate, the Earth Shatter.
We'll come into the break with a 1-0 scoreline with a 1 draw on the board as well. It's still all to play for. We're going to jump to a break, guys. We'll see you soon.